got two of these 12 volt LED TVs. They come with a built-in DVD player. This one's the Kogan, and the one inside is a Panasonic. They're very good at what they do. The trouble is the newer DVDs wouldn't play in them. They'd stop, they'd skip. Sometimes the menus wouldn't even load up. Older DVDs played every single one fine. But when we bought a new DVD, something on the disc doesn't like these TVs anymore. We went in and asked about what was going on, and immediately the sales guy said, "Oh, you're using pirated DVDs." And tried to tell him that no, we're buying new ones, and they weren't working. And he was a bit upset that I was a bit insulted by saying I was buying pirated all the time. So eventually we got past that, and he suggested buying a dedicated Blu-ray player. So I went on search for a 12 volt Blu-ray player, and it turns out they're like $400 to $500 here in Australia. And I thought, stuff that, there must be a cheaper way, so I'm going to show you the cheaper way. Alrighty, this is a Sony Blu-ray player that I'm going to demonstrate how to hook up to 12 volt. You can pretty much do this with any Blu-ray player, except you need one thing, and that's to be found on the back, and that's a distinct plug that goes to 12 volt. You can't do this with a DVD player with the wire permanently connected in there. It's got to be a detachable plug, and as long as it's got written 12 volt, you should be right. Okay, so parts that you need are your 2.1 DC plugs with screw-in terminals. You can get these with a push-in terminal now. I think they're a grey colour. I haven't tried them. I've only got the screw-in ones. Also, you'll need a 12 volt DC regulator. This keeps your volts coming into this at a steady 12 volt. Solar, the volts can spike up to like 13 or 14 volts. I'm not sure what that would do to electronics such as that. So you buy these. I bought this one at JCar. It's a PowerTech Plus model MP3678. I'll probably have that in subtitles anyway. And they're a good little unit. I have 3 of these. One in the van here, and 2. One powering the other DVD player, and one powering the PowerTech Wi-Fi receiver. So that's what I use. The 12 volt regulator comes with a variety of plugs that are put on with 2 little pins. Trouble is with them is that when it's dark or whatever and they come loose, it's easy to switch it around, and you could blow stuff with them. So what all I do is just cut off the end, have a standard 2.1 connector on it. That way you can wire them up to whatever existing plug comes with the DVD player. All you have to do is just get a negative in the negative, positive in the positive, and then you got your own handmade adapter. Very hard to find a Sony adapter. I don't think they're out there. I gave it a good hour's search on Google and gave up. With your Sony cord, it's a thin cord. What they've done is that the positive is in the center of the cord, and then it's surrounded by a white insulator, and outside of that, all around are the negative wires. So it's a bit tricky to separate them, but what you need to do, I'm not sure if the camera picks up on it, the white is easy to get into the positive, but the negative you have to split the black insulator a fair bit down, collect the negative wires from the outside, put them all together, give them a slight twist, and then put it into the negative side of your 2.1 plug. Once you finish that, you should get a pretty good wire separation. And then all you need to do after that is carefully put a strip of insulating tape over your negatives. And that way it all keeps it separate. This DVD player and the one inside have been operating like this for 1.5 years now. So it's a pretty constant connection. all you try to do is just avoid movement with the power plug. So you might need to zip tie that to a bolt or to something solid just to keep it in one spot.